Okay, so today I will be doing a theory about My Little Pony. Like my video last month, I'm doing it just because I included it in my intro, but I will have more than just one video about MLP, hopefully. Anyway, today I'll be talking about the Elements of Harmony. So I've been doing a lot of internet research about the Elements of Harmony, and basically everything about them is up for discussion. What they are, who wields them, how they work, where they came from, even so far as to what each element of disharmony actually represents. So let's just start there. What each element actually represents. So the Elements of Harmony are the exact opposite of the Elements of Disharmony. So the Elements of Harmony are honesty, kindness, loyalty, generosity, laughter, and magic. Except Twilight's element is kind of up for discussion. I mean, I know she says it herself.
The element of magic.
But her element doubles as her crown, and she is the princess of friendship. Not to mention the fact that the series is called Friendship is Magic. Friendship is magic. Is. Like, one thing is another, they mean the same thing, they're synonymous. I mean, it was through her friendship with the main six that she was actually able to become so good at magic. So the last element could technically be friendship, but friendship is what made the elements work, so we're only on the first thing to talk about and it's already getting complicated. Okay, so going to the official fandom wiki page, it says that Twilight's element is magic, so we're just gonna go with magic for now. So now we go to Google for answers. So the opposite of honesty is dishonesty, the opposite of kindness is harshness, the opposite of loyalty is disloyalty, the opposite of generosity is greed, and the opposite of laughter is gloom, and the opposite of magic is...
Wait, what is the opposite of magic? Accounting, I guess.
Dark magic. Okay, next topic. What the elements actually are. So the biggest support for the existence of the Elements of Harmony comes from the episode Magic Duel with the Alicorn Amulet. The Alicorn Amulet was definitely an item of dark magic, and it closely resembles an element of harmony, a necklace with a crystal in the middle. And there are plenty of other examples of items of dark magic, such as Rarity's book or the Siren's amulets. But the way those look and work don't really resemble the Elements of Harmony. But these are the Elements of Disharmony, so they may not need to represent the Elements of Harmony at all. And then of course there's always the chance that the Elements of Harmony are the Elements of Disharmony. I mean, when Sunset Shimmer took Twilight's crown, the element of magic, she turned herself into a raging she-demon.
Words, not mine.
An element of harmony was used for disharmony. So maybe it's not the elements themselves, but the wielders. And then of course there's always the chance that they exist, but we haven't seen them yet and we have absolutely no idea what they are. And because of that, we have absolutely no idea how they came to be. Sure, there's plenty of theories, and some pretty good ones, about how they came to be, but nothing concrete, nothing with any sure evidence. Kind of like my video about dust. Click here to watch the video. We know that the Elements of Harmony came from the Tree of Harmony, so is there a Tree of Disharmony? Maybe? Were the Elements of Disharmony found long ago, but it was decided they were too dangerous, so they were scattered about Equestria, but eventually the Alicorn Amulet was found? Maybe? I mean, there's not any real proof. We don't know for sure. I suppose as we learn more about the Elements of Harmony, we'll learn more about the Elements of Disharmony and whether or not they even exist at all. Lastly, who wields the Elements of Disharmony? There's lots of differing opinions about who would represent each element, but personally, I think this one's probably the easiest to figure out. Many of the suggested elements of disharmony bearers that have been suggested by other theorists have been reformed by the main six. And personally, I think any real villain could be an element bearer, any element bearer. I mean, what villain isn't dishonest, disloyal, harsh, and greedy? I mean, true, not all of them are gloomy or use dark magic, but those may be a little bit more specific. So any villain could potentially be an element of disharmony bearer, as long as they haven't been reformed. So someone like Queen Chrysalis or King Sombra. But of course, all of this is just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. I am most likely completely wrong. But this was just my analysis until we get more information. This is the Gravity Falls Gossiper, signing off.
Toby determined, Gravity Falls Gossiper. Do you really think this constitutes a wonder of the world?
Your microphone's a turkey baster, Toby.